Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Good evening, my dear friends from Kardec Radio for Spiritism Dissemination and from DSN, Discovery Spiritism Network. Here I am with Marco Gandra from Portal Saber Espiritismo in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, doing the program to Know Spiritism number 116. We are continuing to study the life after death, or the life in the spiritual realm. Let's see tonight what some other psychographies of Chico Xavier told us about the life beyond. Let's see first in this slide a spirit named José Murilo Neto, who wrote through Chico Xavier's hands. Very few move from the physical plane to higher regions because in the greater life, we invariably find the continuity where we are inside of ourselves. So there is no magic. In the life after death, in the life beyond, all of us will continue to be ourselves. So there is no miracle, no ascension to higher planes, and not even to places in hell or lower planes, because we are just what we are, with our good things, with our good hearts and minds, and also with our things, inner things that must to be perfected. Let's see what he completed. He thought, desire looks like a powerful magnet. The individual turns off this dense vehicle and immediately transfers themselves to the region that define their satisfied desires. I thought that this phrase is so much important for us to understand life beyond. And it talks about our desires, our inner desires, our true selves. As Mr. José Murilo Neto wrote through Chico Xavier, the desire of the person looks like a powerful magnet in the life after death. And all the reality of all of us as human beings will be verified by our own desires. And we will be in a plane, in a spiritual plane, in the spiritual realm that are according to our own desires. And that's why we cannot ascend to higher plans, to plans of great spirituality, because we did not complete here on earth our wishes to be a good person, to be a spiritual person, to be a charitable person, a Christian being, as we should. We just think of it, but we don't realize it in our souls. And that's why we don't have the syntony, the affinity to go to higher plans. We just have wishes. But those like Chico Xavier himself, that had this profound desire to serve as a Jesus disciple, a Christian apostle, like he did, giving all his life, 92 years of age, 75 of those dedicated to Spiritism, to mediumship with Jesus and the Spiritism, consoling the people, instructing the people, receiving all those messages from the higher plans, and also being a fantastic human being, a fraternal human being, a very solidary person, as he did, loving us, respecting our limits, respecting our beliefs, and nevertheless continuing to be himself like a true apostle. That's why, of course, for Chico Xavier, this ascension was a, a very natural thing, okay? And in the other hand, people that have inside their selves desires of crimes, desires of vicious, desires of war, desires of hate, of separation, of fights, and people that don't have moral standards according to the words of Jesus, according to the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, that don't have all the efforts to be better beings here on earth, that don't care about the others, that don't respect the limit of the others, of their fellow companions, families, friends, and workers in society, that despise other human beings because of race, because of sexual condition or choice, because of nation, because of origin, because of color of the skin, because of any kind of beliefs or religions or ideologies or political ideas, all those kinds of separations and conflicts and wars, mental wars, and also physical wars that those people inspire and influencing others to do wrong things. Of course, they cannot also ascend. They cannot be in a good place after death. And most probably, because of this powerful magnet that is measured by our thoughts, our real thoughts, our real feelings about others, they must be most probably dragged to lower planes of existence, in the umbrows, in the shadows, or even in the dark places. So it's a very variable thing to talk about life beyond death. It's a very unstable knowledge, because every aspect of the life of each of us matters. We have to put in consideration all kinds of measures, all kinds of understandings, studies, to complete our knowledge about life in the spiritual realm, so that there is not a recipe good for all of us. You go there, or you go some other place in the spiritual life. No, there is not one recipe good for all, because every human being here on earth is in a evolutionary struggle to better themselves, and every one of us have good things that we have already achieved, and every one of us have also complex things that are not good enough and must be perfected. And so that we must understand and meditate about our own duties and our own doings also here in the face of earth before our death, before our trip to the other world, because this matters. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you next week. Continue to study this subject, the life in the spiritual realm according to Spiritism. This is the program to Know Spiritism 116. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good night.